Hi guys, we'll be talking about the dance that we went to see on April 3rd at Penn's Annenberg Center. We saw Body Traffic perform, and we'll specifically be talking about the dance Collide, which was the second dance. So, in Collide, a big theme that kind of stood out to me in my understanding was birds. So with birds, it reminded me of birds because often during the dance, there were different formations of dancers that were forming, and also they danced in pairs, which reminded me of, you see birds a lot in pairs, especially during mating season, and in the sky they form like the V shapes. So the different formations they were making during the dance reminded me of birds. Also, the whole dance had a very natural feel about it, very organic. The background in the beginning was kind of looked kind of like wood or mud, and then the second, like towards the end, it kind of changed to like a water scene, which also kind of had like an animal influence to me. And also, lots of the dancers, you could see them with their balance of weight, which birds do on branches. And also, they at different points in the dancers almost seem to do like a wing flapping motion. And they also kind of like hunched their shoulders, which kind of reminded me of like a bird flying in the air or about to fly off the ground. And then also the dancers were kind of like rolling their heads in circles, which probably was more like an owl, but it also had like birdly qualities to me. And throughout the entire dance, all the dancers were very graceful and delicate. So that's why birds stood out to me.
When I was watching the second movement, I was very attracted to the sensual and fluid movements that were occurring on stage. I was particularly drawn to the waterfall that was occurring on the background video screen. In terms of thinking about modern dance, this piece is very relevant because water often symbolizes a type of rebirth, which, as we know, is the definitive theme in the modern dance genre. I drew this picture of a waterfall with different colors of blues integrated throughout to serve as a representation of how the bodies on the stage were moving both separately and together at the same time.
The wind represents the lightweight movement of the dancers as well as the music throughout the second part of the show. At one point, the music sped up, and that represents the fast movement of the wind, and the slow music represents the slow movement of the wind, and it represents the dancers because throughout the second part of the show, the dancers were dancing very lightly and lifting them up in a very delicate way.
Hi, so I'm Corrine, and I related the piece to the first ballet that we went to go see by the Pennsylvania Ballet of Afternoon and of Fawn. And I chose this piece because they had the same costumes, and they also had a lot of the same motions. They were very delicate with the spinning and the jumping and the turning, but they were also quick-paced, and I felt that their leg extensions were similar as well.
The dance reminded me of gloom and sadness. The slow, elongated movements between the male and female dancers, such as the reaching towards one another and spinning into one another's arms, showed a sense of longing, but the tone of the dance created a sense of heartbreak, which went with the longing for one another, because it was as if they wanted to be together, but something was keeping them apart.
Body Traffic, Movement 2, Collide, choreographed by Kyle Abrams.